Hey guys, what's up? So this week's video, we're going to be talking about the 2025 Royal Rumble predictions. Oh my god, I'm so happy that we are here back again. If you've seen last year's videos and my reaction to the Royal Rumble that I did last year, you guys really like that a lot, so I'm here again, doing it again. And we're going to be talking about everything. Before we talk about the men's rumble and the women's rumble, I'm going to be talking about the two championship matches that we have going on. We are going to be breaking that down first. First, we have Motor City Machine Guns versus DIY for the SmackDown Championships. This one is going to be fucking cool. I can't wait for this shit. And if you've been watching SmackDown for the past few weeks, then you know what has been going on with Motor City Machine Guns and DIY. DIY being heel is crazy, but also exciting at the same time. Motor City Machine Guns, they are amazing at what they do, and they have always been amazing at what they do. Now, also, getting the title ships, literally their first night, or I think their second time, I think maybe they've been at SmackDown for a week, and they got the title ships. Crazy as shit. But here's the thing, though. If we do this yet again, because I think that this was literally hands down one of the best matches that WrestleMania 40 had, which was the undisputed tag team ladder match that they had for all the tag team titles. I want this to happen again. So I am going to just say DIY, they're going to retain. But if Motor City Machine Guns get it, that's also really fucking cool too. But I just want to add in for WrestleMania 41, I want the ladder match for the tag team titles again, because that shit was just sick as fuck. And that was like one of my favorite matches ever. Next we have a ladder match between the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens for the WWE Undisputed title ship. This one, oh my god, y'all, this one. I have a few theories that the internet has been putting around. Internet has been filling my timeline on Twitter with a few theories about this stuff. There's three ways that this match could go, okay? Number one, Cody Rhodes retains clean, has some type of brawl at the end of the match with Kevin Owens for the title ship, and then just leave it be, pretty much. Number two is that Randy Orton could get involved, and somehow this could end up in a DQ, depending on which side Randy Orton takes, because I'm hoping that this leads to Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes for WrestleMania 41. This is what I want. And or Kevin Owens could win, and that would be the biggest shock ever for everybody, but I feel like Kevin could potentially do it. I don't know, it's really hard to pick from all those three. I think obviously the safe bet and the safe answer for me, which would just be for Cody Rhodes to retain, and then he'll lose it at Mania. I feel like that's what they're gonna write to see. But if he ends up having a title run of like 2 years or some shit, not as long as Roman, but probably as like 2 years, I would say is a good run for a title. I don't know. I really don't know what to decide with, but those are the three possible answers. Randy Orton returning, I think it's more likely in the men's rumble than in this type of match, but I am just going to pick the safest answer. But I'm just going to pick the safest answer, what I think the safest answer would be, which would be Cody Rhodes retaining. I do see it, but I wouldn't be against Kevin winning it, but also, I don't know, it's really hard to tell. The ladder match is also going to be really exciting to see, because I think Kevin has more of an advantage with ladder matches than Cody. So I feel like this is going to be interesting. So this is how I'm going to break down the rumbles for the men's side and the women's side. I'm going to go with like returning, I'm going to go with debuting, and I'm going to go with potential winners. Before the rumble for the women, I have like 3 different categories that we could talk about, we could discuss, we could have that in there. So for debuting, I am going to go with anybody from NXT, really. So that could mean Roxanne Perez. I see Cora Jade. I also see Kalani Jordan. Lash Legend, Jakara Jackson.
About this, but I so want Jordan Grace to debut in this Rumble and to sign with WWE. I think her TNA contract just ended. I think she dropped a title. I'm not too sure, but she was insane in the Rumble last year, and I just been keeping up with her ever since then when she went to NXT for a little bit. I definitely see this happening, and she's going to debut in WWE with the Rumble.
I feel like that's a good mix of different ones from NXT to come in this match. They always have somebody from NXT debuting in the Rumble. I feel like that would be a good amount of people to have for the Rumble for the women for debuting. Whether that be if they're going to go to the main roster or they would just have them in the Rumble because they are that popular. But if any of those had to get picked, I would pick probably between Lash Legend and Roxanne Perez. I see that happening for both of them. For returns, okay, there is some returns I feel like we're going to end up getting. So returns can mean from injury or they were just written off a storyline. They just haven't been on TV in a few weeks. I'm going to go with Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill, Asuka. A lot of this stuff on the internet. I'm also going to say Kairi Sane because I haven't seen Kairi in a while, it seems like. So that's who I see coming back.
Talk about the possibilities of different entrances for the Royal Rumble without talking about Miss AJ Lee. If AJ came back, I would be the most happiest person ever on the fucking internet because I love her. She is one of my favorites. She's one of my all-time favorites, even though I just got into this literally 2 years ago. But finding out like what she has done outside of WWE is the most beautiful thing ever. And I love that, and I will always stand by that as her being one of my all-time favorites. That night, successfully want to try her move, her submission, the Black Widow, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to put down as like a maybe, just a maybe. Like, I don't know how many high chances are that she will return, but I'm putting it down as a maybe. All right, I'm going to go like speed mode on this shit because I'm literally just remembering some people as I'm watching old Royal Rumble footage from like years and years, and then also people that I just really also want to be returned as well. So I'm going to put the Bella twins in there, okay? Nikki Bella did something on the debut of Raw, and it was crazy, and it was insane how she was like, oh, I'm maybe like seeing if I have my new competition or something, or if like the Bella twins like went after the tag team champions. Like, it would be kind of crazy if the Bella twins were actually in it, because I'm watching the 2022 one, and that's where they were. So I'm going to put the Bella twins in here because, I don't know, Nikki Bella, she said some things. I would love to see Nikki Bella and Brie Bella, the Bella twins, in it. I do not know how, when I was filming, I did not mention her. But Alexa Bliss, I think it's your time to come back. You need to get with either one of the champions, either Rhea Ripley or Tiffany Stratton. You really haven't had any interactions with either one of them. So I feel like this could be something.
Now, people that I think are going to win. These are genuine people that I think are going to win. And I did read a few things on the internet. I could see them have potential for winning and why. So let's just go and break it down. First one is Io Sky. Okay, why I'm picking Io for my number one pick and who I actually think is going to win is Io, because she's had I think she is going to go and pick for Rhea. She's going to pick for Rhea's title ship. She's going to win it at WrestleMania. That is what I'm setting in stone for Io Sky to potentially winning. I hope that it actually does happen and Io does get that chance, because Io Sky is an amazing champion. We've seen what she did when she had the WWE Women's Championship. So with this World Championship, I would love to see what she does with it. My other pick is Naomi. I feel like Naomi has not gotten enough of a push or enough of like buzz around her to be considered anybody else's pick. I've always wanted Naomi to win something because she was a SmackDown championship. She was a tag team title ship. She was a TNA knockout championship. Naomi has so much potential that they are not just pushing her enough, and it makes me mad because I love Naomi. I have seen Naomi since I've been a kid on Total Divas, and then I finally got to see her last year on SmackDown. So I also would bet on that Naomi should definitely be a winner. I feel like Alexa Bliss, next one I have is Alexa Bliss. I feel like Alexa Bliss could feud with really either champion. She could feud with Tiffany. She can feud with Rhea. She has really not been around Rhea or Tiffany as much as I think. At least Rhea, I know that she's probably been around. Tiffany, not so much. You know, if Alexa Bliss needs to come back, I not only would love her to be with the Wyatt Six because of Bray Wyatt, because of their relationship that they had on screen, being this dark Alexa Bliss that she was doing. I also would love to see her as the goddess that everyone really highly talks about. So I would really love it if Alexa Bliss did come back and she won the whole thing. I wouldn't be opposed to any of that. I also have Jade Cargill written down on here. Listen, Jade is an unstoppable force, okay? We can't deny any of that shit. We can't deny how Jade is, okay? Jade is just a person that definitely could be a future champion, a future Hall of Famer, if you will. I see Jade potentially also winning this as well. She could have a huge match with Rhea Ripley. I feel like her and Rhea making magic in the ring as the forces that they are together, they could do that shit. They were almost supposed to be on the same War Games team together, but that did not happen because we also don't know what happened to Jade Cargill. Now, they both have won the Royal Rumble before. I feel like they're gonna pick at least one of them to win. I don't want either one of them to win, preferably, but you have to think that it is going to happen at some point. We have Charlotte Flair, and we also have Becky Lynch. They're both Royal Rumble winners. They are both champions of their own. They've been like Grand Slam champions. They've been champions of their own in their own ways, and they have held multiple titleships. They've also had both won the Royal Rumble. I see this also potentially happening where one of them would win and one of them would pick Rhea, one of them would pick Tiffany Stratton. I can't decide either one of them, but I just know that one of them also has the potential of winning it. I don't want either one of them to win because I really want someone new to win. I don't really want the same thing over again. I love both of them. I'm a huge fan of both of them, but I just don't think it's like their time to really win it when they have already done it, and they have already done so much that these other people have not done so much. But I am probably gonna go with my first pick and my number one pick for winning the Rumble. I say it's going to become Io Sky. She's going to win the Rumble for the first time. I feel like this should be such a huge honor for her. She wellly deserves it. She has been nothing but a great champion when she had the titleship, and I think that she could really win a huge titleship by WrestleMania. Next, we are going to be getting into the men's Royal Rumble. Now, this Royal Rumble is already stacked up more than the women, and I like how there's like a huge question mark around the women's Rumble, who's going to win. This one, I have like 3 indications of who's going to win, but let's break down the men's Rumble. The returning people that I have in my eyes, and I have Randy Orton, AJ Styles, but that's pretty much who I have so far, just like returning from like an injury. Now, debuting, I have a few in my head. Listen, I'm saying someone random. It could happen. You never know. I am going to go with Zilla Fatu to debut. Now, if anybody has seen my Cleveland story when I went to SummerSlam, you know that I kind of have somewhat of an interaction. That's why I say somewhat lightly of an interaction with Zilla Fatu. If you haven't seen that video, I'm going to try to put a link above. But I would love nothing more for Zilla Fatu to debut. I've seen him wrestle. He's actually really good. I also have Matt Cardona, aka Zack Ryder, but I would want him to come back as Matt Cardona. I mean, come on. I think it's just right there. You know, I mean, your wife is literally the United States Championship for the women. So I feel like you need to it just needs to happen. It just needs to be there. Another one I have is Trick Williams from NXT. Trick Williams, he lost his titleship. I feel like that's just the biggest sign possible that he is going to debut at the Rumble, have somewhat of an interaction with Carmelo Hayes because of their time at NXT. I feel like there's a possibility that that could happen.
Oh, how I literally missed out on this one as well when filming Mekhi Black, or Aleister Black, Zelina Vega's husband. I see him coming back. I think it is time that we get that. Mekhi Black or Aleister Black. I forgot which one is the name, but I feel like he's coming back.
And then my possibility of who I think is going to be winning is very hard to pick from because I don't know. Their storylines could really just take a huge toll right here, and I literally have no idea. But there's like 5 picks really I have. It was 3, it was 2, now it's 5. So we're just gonna all break it down and who I think. Probably my number 1 pick and who I want to win the most is actually CM Punk. CM Punk came in second last year to Cody Rhodes. I feel like he has built himself up from his injury. He came back at SummerSlam, had a huge brawl with Drew McIntyre. I feel like if he wins, he's going to go with Gunther. I feel like that is just going to be a huge pick for him. I would love nothing more for Punk to win. He deserves it, and he could have his main event WrestleMania moment that he deserves. My next pick actually is going to be John Cena. John Cena, I know that the internet has been brewing for Cena to win another Royal Rumble and to win his 17th, 16th titleship. I think it's 17th titleship. And if he wins, he's going to pick Gunther. I see it happening. The internet has also... I'm falling into what the internet is saying and what they are saying together. So I feel like it could be a huge possibility. I would love nothing more for that to happen. Third pick, and people are going to be surprised by this, I'm actually picking Roman Reigns. I think Roman winning would be interesting. I don't know who he would pick. Obviously, the obvious choice answer would be Cody, but you kind of just never know what can happen. So it's kind of like hard to tell in a way. I don't know who, but here's the thing. I don't know who he would go against. I feel like, you know, the obvious answer would be Cody, but you never know. He could go for Gunther. We don't know what is going to happen at any point, so I feel like another pick would be Roman Reigns. The other one, I can't believe I'm even saying this one as well. I'm gonna pick Drew McIntyre. Here's the thing with Drew McIntyre. He has not really had too many interactions with Cody Rhodes, so I feel like he could win this and fight Cody. I don't know. It's just somebody I'm throwing out there, but I feel like they could also push Drew McIntyre to win another Royal Rumble. And then this last one I'm going to throw out there. I don't know what could happen. I don't know the possibilities of any of this happening. I'm going to say Seth Rollins. You know, Seth could really just do what he could. He's an amazing champion. He's been an amazing champion. He's basically been a huge workhorse for this company for so long. I feel like, you know, if Seth won, it'd be crazy. Wouldn't be surprised because he's already won the Rumble, I believe. But it's a possibility. You never know. But if I had to pick somebody to win, it is probably going to be my number one pick. It is going to be CM Punk. I feel like the storyline is just right there with one of them. I can't tell. I'm hoping for Gunther. I'm also hoping John Cena as well. Those are my two top picks. But I'm not opposed to also having Roman being in there as well. But overall, that is my whole predictions for the 2025 Royal Rumble. If you have any comments, if you want to talk about it in the comments below, let me know. Let's have a huge discussion about this. I am so excited. Heads up, I'm also going to the Monday Night Raw after the Rumble, so you'll maybe see me on Netflix. Or if you're in Cleveland at the show, let me know. If you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on bell notifications, that way you know when I upload. And I'll see you guys soon. And good luck to anybody at the Royal Rumble. Bye.